What up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal? What up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog back with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal? And today we got a crazy story, man, coming out of Indianapolis. A sad story, man. Jarrell Pryor, he met a girl online. They set up going on, they linked up, talked about going on a date. They went on a date. To Jarrell Pryor's surprise, the girl was there to set him up and ambush him with her boyfriend, where unfortunately Jarrell ended up losing his life. So we're going to get into the news clip, and then we're going to dive a little bit more into this situation. But we're gonna hear what his parents got to say, and what the initial reports are.
Broken heart is not going to ever bring my baby back.
And two young suspects are now charged with murder and robbery. That's after a deadly shooting in January on Indy's North Side. Thanks for joining us first at 4. I'm Aaliyah Blackburn.
And I'm Rafael Sanchez. Fox 59's Jesse Wells spoke to the victim's parents and explains what police say led to that violence.
According to court records, the murder, which took place right here on this street behind me, stemmed from a date that turned into a robbery. The victim's family hopes both the 19-year-old woman who's accused of arranging the crime and her 18-year-old boyfriend who allegedly committed the shooting are held accountable for that senseless killing. Jarrell Pryor stayed out of trouble and worked hard raising his daughter Honey until he was set up, ambushed, and shot to death near 49th and Primrose, just north of the state fairgrounds in late January.
I'm broken inside. I'm torn. I'm tore up.
He lost his life for going on a date.
In fact, just a few hours before Tamika and Travis Wiley's son was killed, police believe Pryor messaged this woman, Alexis Hawkins, asking a 3-word question, "When you free?" This affidavit claims that while Hawkins agreed to go on a date with Pryor, she simultaneously began messaging her boyfriend, Brian Winston Jr., arranging to rob the unsuspecting victim.
It was a senseless act, and they didn't get nothing out of it. And they took everything from us. You can't escape this type of pain. You can't. There's no running from it. There's no getting away.
While talking to police, Hawkins allegedly admitted she was at the scene inside the victim's car at the time of the shooting, but denied taking part in the violence. For their part, police insist a series of messages between the two suspects ties them to the robbery and murder. Pryor's parents say they celebrated his daughter's 3rd birthday without him just a few weeks ago, and the arrest of the two accused killers does not ease the family's pain.
I mean, no justice will ever cure my broken heart. It's not going to ever bring my baby back.
It really doesn't matter if they spend the rest of their lives in jail. We lost, and we have to deal with this pain every day.
Finally, Hawkins made her initial court hearing last month. Winston has not yet gone to court. Both suspects are being held without bond pending trial. Jesse Wells, Fox.
All right, so that is some shiesty stuff. Condolences to Jarrell Pryor's family, his friends. Damn. And the thing is, they young, to where it just show you, because a lot of people with social media being where it's at, a lot of people go online seeking love and relationships, and it'd be crazy because it's literally somebody that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just a random person. Yeah, you could get to know each other through corresponding text messages, video calls, and stuff like that, but you really don't know what a person is really like until you in front of them. And I mean, it's just sad because it's just a date. It's just a date, to where I don't know. Clearly, she's done it before, and clearly the boyfriend he probably promotes her going out and seeking people that she could get a date with and rob. It's unfortunate that you know, this young man had to lose his life just trying to. He was probably gonna buy her something to eat, treat her, give her a good time. You know what I'm saying? To where, to take him away from his child and his family. And then they say that y'all didn't even get nothing. Y'all didn't even get nothing. So y'all didn't even really go in with the motive to try to rob him. It was just, I don't know. It's crazy the mental capacity that this younger generation is walking around with, man. Because for this dude to lose his life and y'all essentially just pretty much you just got in this car and then you robbed. It's unfortunate, man. Let me read some of what they say in these new news clippings, because this happened about a month ago. So let's see. Yeah, and they need to be charged with everything that they get, that they got coming. So they connected on Instagram, and Pryor wanted to take Hawkins 19 out to dinner at a restaurant, but she seemed to be in a hurry, so he drove them to a McDonald's and then a liquor store instead. What Pryor didn't know was that at the same time, Hawkins was allegedly texting her real boyfriend and planning an ambush. Just after 1 a.m. on January 25th, less than 2 hours after he and Hawkins met in person, Pryor was found in a pool of blood outside of his car. He had been shot multiple times and died later at the hospital. His phone was nearby with data found inside, which is another thing. It's like, I don't know why people choose to do the things that they do, um, and be so. It's like you want to get caught, but at that point, it's like just walk to the jail or the police precinct, go to the station, tell them that you feel like doing some crazy stuff, and they got a place for you without you having to hurt others and somebody got to lose their life and everything like that. Um, so they're calling her a serial scammer, allegedly. They say about 2 weeks after Pryor's death, police tracked down Hawkins, who had been kicked out of her mother's house 2 days after Pryor's death. She denied any involvement in the shooting and said she had no memory of that night other than hearing gunshots and running for safety. There's no weapon to There's no weapon to say I did anything. My fingerprints aren't on anything, she said, according to probable cause affidavit. So it's like, at that point, to me, if you ain't do it, you ain't do it. But to get, that's borderline like defensive to me. Oh well, there's no weapon to say I did anything. I mean, and who knows? This could come after hours of interrogation, and now they finally putting the pressure on her, whatever. But this is just certain things that innocent person, I would assume, wouldn't make those type of statements if I'm innocent. But when detectives mentioned Hawkins' strange text to an unnamed person about needing money and making a play real fast that night, she went quiet and asked for a lawyer. So it's sad because she young. She 19. She's an adult, but she's young to where if she's going at these great lengths for money, it's safe to say that she's probably lived a pretty hard life, to be that young and doing these type of heinous crimes. She went quiet and asked for a lawyer. Both she and her boyfriend, 18-year-old Brian Winston Jr., have since been charged with the murder and attempted robbery. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she was trying to get out of it as far as um, what you was gonna rob him out of a meal. I just don't. It just shows the lack of mental capacity. Like, They're not. They're something's mentally off with them, and it could be drugs, all kind of stuff. But for her to make that statement in a text message talking about she needs money and she's about to go make a play real fast, and then she calls for a lawyer when the police bring it up to her. So, yeah, those type of situations, just be careful. And to the younger generation coming up, jumping on the gram, jumping in DMs, just be careful. And it's not just strictly to women, as we can see men become victims too. So this is to everybody. Just be mindful and always just understand that protecting your peace is probably the most fun you could have. You want a good time, be able to protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? So just have your fun, but do it responsibly. Do it carefully. Follow your gut instinct. If you feel if it's in your stomach twirling like I don't really know, follow your gut. Don't just fall into walking down a dark alley and not knowing what's to come to you. So man, again, condolences to Jarrell Pryor and his family. May these two that carried out these crimes allegedly, with the evidence and everything that they have, if it's proven after they, how they day in court, if it's proven that they did it, may they get whatever the most harshest thing you could give people that do things like that. And I got an idea, but I'm not gonna say it. But with the it rhymes with yell. But salute to everybody, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop y'all comments in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Tell me, if y'all agree with how I'm looking at this situation. What would you do to try to, I guess, prepare your kids for these type of situations as far as the red flags, the different things that can go on with, outside of just the innocence of liking or hearting a picture or, jumping in the DMs. Let me know what y'all think. As always, man, make sure you protect yourself, protect your family, and protect your peace. Peace. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal?